And just like that, it's Monday again. Did you have a good weekend? I hope you did. I'm Russ Kane. This is the Midday Show. I'm a little hyper today. I had 2 espressos. I shouldn't have done it. I don't know why, but there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, you know him. You love him. And it's fair to say, I'm going to extend it, 7.5 mile radius of the Tolworth Tower, he is the king of comedy. Without doubt. Ladies and gentlemen, Neil Longie Long.
Good afternoon, and how are you? Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you so much. That's very, very, very kind of you indeed. Thank you. How are you? How are you doing? How
I'm good.
Go on. Let's hear.
Let's hear what?
How your weekend was.
It was good, thank you. Very, very good.
You gigging?
I had a disco gig on Saturday where I was playing lots of world music, including Turkish and Russian music.
Oh, yeah, that's my favourite.
Yeah, it was actually really good. Hello, Brian Kingsford. And then I had a comedy gig last night.
And how did that go?
Not bad at all. Not bad at all.
New material?
Oh, trying out some new material, which can always be a bit
very
dodgy.
Brave. Very brave.
Yeah.
Hi, RVB. It's very brave doing new material. If you've never done if you've never done stand-up before, it's terrifying because there is no one else to blame. You cannot be Prince Harry about this. There's no one else to blame. If it goes badly,
Literally.
It's you.
Yes, but it's also vital feedback because you can test what works and what doesn't. But I'm noticing lots of different things in certain parts of town where it's a lot more multicultural. They may not get some of the references, and that's not being rude about it.
And how do you gauge where is going to be multicultural or not? I mean, give us some examples.
It's kind of where you go. I mean, I was in where was I last night? Battersea. So it's quite likely it's going to be quite multicultural there. And it was. There was a group of
died
Spanish
on my
people.
arse in Battersea. Oh, God, did I die.
Where? Banana Cabaret?
No, many, many, many years ago at Jongleurs. Christ.
Oh, you play Jongleurs?
Yeah.
How long were you on for?
You don't know this story. We'll say hello to a few people, make some references. I can tell you the story if you like. It's just one of our.
I'll tell you about when I died at the Comedy Store.
When I say I died, I didn't get out of bed for 2 days. Paul Claridge, good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all having a good start of the week. I don't know why Paul Claridge today will be Dame Edith Evans. Now, did you see this? I really tidied up what I was about to say there. There's pictures coming from the Grammys.
Just got to plug my computer in. Can you bear with?
I can. Bear with, caller. Bear with. Your call is important to us. Pack is saying this, Mr. Pack, to you. Thank goodness Longie's wearing more than Kanye West's girlfriend. She got thrown out. What a silly tart. I'm sorry. What an absolute plonker. He's raving mad and she's disgusting. I mean, she's naked. That's it.
She?
Naked. Yeah, she's wearing a pair of shoes. What's the matter with these people? The Grammys. What a pile of crap. Awful rubbish. And, of course, they've learnt nothing. So all of these, singers are getting up doing long political diatribes. Shut up. It's over. You had your 4 years. You messed up. No one cares. Shut the hell up. Try and make a record that's a hit, not just bought by your mum and a couple of cousins. It's Kimmy Lashmar says this, to turn up naked like that, where they could shock you more. It's just rubbish. As Esther Ray, the great Esther Ray, by the way, look out for her on Facebook and social media if you can ever go to one of her gigs. She's a lovely person. Esther, I'm still convinced it's just a phase. You know what I'm talking about. Morning, darling. She could catch a cold wearing that. She was wearing nothing. Nothing. I can't stand Will Smith because I think he's an idiot. Because what he did to Chris Rock was disgusting and he should have been arrested. Anyway, Will Smith's 2 utterly talentless kids, one's called Willow and one's called Jaden, all right?
I'm just looking up this picture of her.
Oh, Jesus, have a look. Watch Neil's face, everybody, because he hasn't seen the picture. Jaden, who is Willow, who is the daughter of those 2 revolting people, she turns up wearing underwear Yes, I know, right?
Sorry.
I know, right? There she is. Better call Liz Hall.
Good Lord.
She's wearing that, right? And then Jaden, the little twat who's Will Smith's son, he was an obnoxious little git of the First Order. He turns up, he's wearing a castle on his head. I'm not making it up. He turns up at the Grammys on the red carpet. He's got a castle, it's this big, on his head. What is the matter with these people? How desperate are you? You're pathetic. You are pathetic. Oh, disappointing news. Disappointing news from Liz Better Call Saul. Just when you thought the day was going to turn up.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad, Liz.
Well, I don't know.
I'm glad.
You know, you're saying that. I'm open-minded about it. Grandpa, I love this.
I've got a funny song about Kanye West I could play if you like.
I'd love that. That would be so appropriate.
Do you want to hear it?
Yeah. Go get it.
It's rude.
Yeah, obviously it's rude, everybody. We're all over 21. I'm just over 21.
Okay, but this is when he was dating Kim.
This is great. Was this wearing elephant? That was an awful series with Jim Davidson a million years ago. Do you remember that? Round the Elephant and Up the Castle.
Up the Elephant around the Castle. I do. He played someone called Jim London, and I never really got into it. I did like a lot of Jim Davidson stuff actually back in the day, but that one didn't do it for me, I must admit.
No, that left me stone cold. As Liz says, but it's an uncomfortable situation even for a girl when you encounter people you don't know in their underwear. It's how desperate are you? It's the Grammy Awards, you pathetic attention-seeking tossers. Don't turn up looking like
Russ! Oh my goodness!
Sorry, they're disgraceful. It's disgusting. You don't turn up naked to an award ceremony. Who is she? Apart from she has the misfortune to be married to Kanye West.
Are they married?
Who knows? Who cares? She looks like a hostage. Anyway, I don't know. God knows. Anyway, I'm off home. Thanks, Liz. Thanks for the update. Just bizarre behavior, isn't it, gang? I mean, it's just bloody bizarre. And of course, what gets me is the preaching. So Lady Gaga goes off on some long preach. The best bit, if you really want to laugh on a Monday, the worst bit of acting you will ever see. The worst bit of acting you will ever see. Beyonce, when they announced she's won, Longie, listen.
I'm listening.
Best country and western album.
I know.
Beyonce, best country and western album. For the love of God. Are you kidding me? Right? And so she's sitting there. This is how she acts. This is how she acts. So, Neil, you do the announcement that I've won. I'm Beyonce, right? Here we go. Ready?
And the winner of the best country and western album, y'all, Beyonce.
I swear to God, and she was even worse. She was even worse. It's hilarious. Hilarious. Anyway, we got your song.
I warn you, it's very rude.
Oh, now, gang, are we all right with it's very rude? All right, no kids watching, right? I think everybody is over 21, just about. Esther Ray. It's true. You got to see these clips. I'm not making it up. You know, next time I go to a red carpet, I'm going to wear a castle on my head, see if it works out for me. Yep. Right. Okay. Yeah. Esther Ray says yes. So she's the barometer of everything. Here we go. All right.
Okay. This was written when Kanye was dating Kimmy. Okay.
Kimmy Lashmar. Kanye West went out with Kimmy Lashmar.
Kardashian.
Well, you didn't make it clear, did you?
Whenever life gets me down, I've found there's one thing that I can do. It's not really a cure, but it helps, that's for sure. And I hope that it also helps you.
Different Brothers present.
Just be
Grateful that whatever life's great journey has in store, No matter how uphill life seems to be, there's always someone else who is much worse off than you are, and there are times when this provides a sense of glee. If you're feeling like life's hand has dealt a rotten set of cards, then put this simple method to the test. Take a look at those around you and be grateful that you're you, for you wouldn't want to be poor Kanye West. When your girlfriend asks you, do you think my bum looks big in this? At least you will be able to say no. And a shopping trip will be a little easier to endure, as your wife won't have her lady bits on show.
Anyway, here's the last bit.
So compared to Kanye West, your lot in life is not so bad. How he laughed when he said he was a designer. And unlike him, I think that it's pretty safe to say that half the world has not seen pics of your vagina. When you're walking down the street, just think how Kim and Kanye feel. For the paparazzi daily they confront, and the passers-by all laugh and shout, there goes that massive arse and that bloke who never fails to...
Anyway,
Thank God it stopped there.
perfectly
love
timed.
these films.
That was perfectly timed.
I love your Biffin Brothers songs. I think they're terrific.
Esther Ray, did you like
Absolutely
that?
love them. Yeah, I like this. I like that.
Biffinbrothers.com. If you want more funny filth, not safe for work or children or sensitive relatives, Biffinbrothers.com.
Well, that seems to have gone down very well with Julie Voice, formerly of Houston, now of Guildford, of Esther Ray, of Françoise Pascal, Kimi Lachmar, and everybody else. So that's good. And Mr. Paul Claridge liked it as well. So there you go. It is, what have we got? I'll put this up so you can all go on. It's www.biffinbrothers.com. Biffin Brothers was a garage. Am I right? Have I got it right? It was a garage? Am I going completely mad?
No, you're going completely mad. Biffin is a body part.
I thought it was from a garage, that you'd nicked the name from a garage.
No.
I'm not well. I'm deciding. I've just decided. Was that you singing at the beginning of the song? Says Nigel.
That was me at the beginning, and my comedy partner Matt doing the rest of it.
It's nice. So certainly a big nod to Eric Idle there. But
Very much so.
It's really nice. Do you know how many times I get asked for Always Look on the Bright Side of Life as the exit music and the funeral? It's just like, and they always look at me like it's the first time I've ever heard it, and I just, oh, that's a lovely tune.
No, it's a wonderful song, and I think it's a lovely thing to do at a funeral as well.
It is a nice thing. It
was Linda Nolan's funeral, wasn't it? And all
it
the
was.
family
It
got
was Linda's.
together.
It was Linda's. I didn't know her, so I didn't. I don't jump on the grief wagon. I never met.
Did you know any of the Nolans, like Colleen or anyone like that?
No, I didn't know any of the Nolans at all. A lot of my proper friends were very, very close with them. I'd never met them, so I didn't think it was right for me. I don't like it. I just get this out of the way. I always call it the grief wagon. Someone you've never met, and everybody piles on. Oh, it's terrible, tragedy. You think, well, I don't know them. So, yes, Graham Pack, very good question. Has Longie got a Biffin Brothers song ready for his funeral? Well, it won't be for many, many, many decades. So
no. I tell you what I'm doing at my funeral. It's actually written into my will. You know the song Katy Perry, Firework. Baby, you're a firework. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
What that
you
is
prefer Katy Perry's version? I'll be honest with you.
What that was actually about was having your ashes put in a firework rocket and launched into the air, and that's what they're going to do to me.
Wow!
And there's a queue of people wanting to light it at the moment.
Well, I bet there is.
Probably Kanye West.
Probably Kanye and whatever his missus is called. God knows, Mrs. S. Lutt. I think it's his name, full initials and name is. It's interesting. There was an annual party we used to go to by a wonderful chap I'm not going to go into any names. I couldn't attend one year, and it was the year after my wife passed. And he always did a firework display, and he stopped everything. And apparently, everybody told me he fired this huge. He was a very generous guy. He built a fairground in his sort of estate that he had, and
Wow.
he this huge firework went up to a single star. It was for my late wife. It's a beautiful thing to do. I wish I'd have been there to see it. But everybody told me how very touching it was. It was a
What an
fantastic
absolutely
thing.
lovely, what a beautiful.
Yeah,
thing to
beautiful thing to do. Hunter S. Thompson, the gonzo author, of course, had his ashes, I think, shot out of a cannon. Serious.
Well,
And
if
his
you're going to
ashes.
go out in a blaze of glory, I say.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not? How many of you, I'm going to ask you this, and it's not a horrible question. It's not a horrid question. Oh, it's you singing Smile, written by Charlie Chaplin, of course.
Not the
'cause,
Lily
yeah.
Allen song, I take it.
Oh, gee, she's still a thing. I already have my own song videoed. Oh, there won't be, Brian, that is beautiful, and there won't be a dry eye in the house.
And it won't be
I
for a
did-
very long time yet, Brian.
No, Brian, won't be for ages. Ages.
We
like
still
a
need to
decade.
have that beer and catch up, Brian.
You should do that, you too. I tell you something, I nearly lost it on Friday. I did they did do something. Grandpa, Scotty, the actor from Star Trek, yes, they shot him out into space. Literally, beautiful thing to do. Sometimes we always have a reflection music, and sometimes people put a video comprised of pictures of the one that they've lost. And on Friday, I'm not mentioning any names, and the tune, it's sad enough saying I didn't know the lady. I'm there as a celebrant. I knew the son by chance, but not well. But it was very nice. He contacted me, would I do it? So I said, of course. And it was a beautiful woodland setting. And the music they chose was empty chairs at empty tables from Les Miserables, which gets to me every time. So and I was watching, and it was absolutely packed. Beautiful, beautiful setting. And, you've got this montage of this look like a lovely lady. She's one of the kind face. You look at somebody, you think, that's a very kind face. Got a very kind face, this lady. I never met her, obviously. And the music, whoa, that was close even for me. Because that song is so beautifully evocative. And
the one that always makes me cry, before he died, was Mike and the Mechanics, The Living Years.
Oh, God.
Every generation blames the one before. And that, even before my dad passed away, that would bring a tear to my eye every time, that one. And it's my mum's heavenly birthday today, so happy birthday.
Oh,
Anne.
bless her. Or may her, as we always say, may her memory be a blessing. That's what we say. I got to tell you something about that song. The last barbecue that Chris Tarrant had, and they got completely out of hand. They just got so huge they've stopped now. It was a little thing to start with, and it just grew into this monster. And he always has a band play, and they played Mike and the Mechanics: The Living Years, and he hadn't long lost his dad, who he was I met many times. He was a lovely man called Basil.
Basil, that's right. Yeah, I remember him talking about it on Capital.
Charming man.
Basil, he used to say it like that.
Yeah. And Chris idolized his dad, and oh boy, he lost it. He lost it. It was too much. It was, it was, you can't hear those lyrics when you've just lost your dad, and it's like, it really is. It's a very emotive song. That
it is, and literally, when my dad was alive and well, that song would make me cry. It's so evocative. It really is. It's a beautiful record. But Graham Pack.
I know. I've got a lovely bunch. No, you're not, Esther. No, you're not. Now, Françoise, beautiful and French though you are, he's not there. I would like my ashes to be scattered on top of Mount Rushmore to scatter bad vibes on Trump. He wasn't there. He's not up there now.
There's a couple of funny songs about Donald Trump on biffinbrothers.com as well.
I bet there bloody is. Oh, Liz Saul sending a lovely lovely message, I meant. Happy heavenly birthday to your mom and good memories. How many years ago did she pass, Longie?
Nearly 4.
Nearly 4. Well, it's very recent. It's very recent.
Yeah, I'm all right with it now. I'm okay with it now. It's taken a while. And I have the odd little niggle from time to time, but I'm okay.
I'm not.
Grief
I'm not
does
okay
pass,
with it at all. I dream about my dad nearly every night. I'll be honest, I've made no bones about it. Oh, wait a minute, Francois is back. I know he's not, but they would travel to Washington too. Happy birthday to your mum, though, Nick. Well, it's happy heavenly birthday to your mum, though, Nick. That's
Thank
very
you, Francois.
Merci beaucoup. Oh, wait. By the way, Francois, you've got a rival in my affections now. I'm putting it out there. I'm being honest. Do you ever watch Death in Paradise?
I love Death in Paradise.
I love Death in Paradise. I absolutely love that show. And I'm always yakking to the cast. They don't know me from a hole in the wall, but yeah, right. And Elizabeth Bourgoin, who plays Catherine, who runs the bar, you know, she's incredibly French and sophisticated. And
yes.
Anyway, she and I yacked on X, on Twitter, and she's just charming. Oh, Graham Pack.
I like this.
Go on, read it. Read it.
I actually will be scattered at David Lloyd Club in Bushy, so at least my wife will visit me 3 times a week.
The other variation of that is at Brent Cross. So there we go. Anyway, Elizabeth Bourgoin, I had the weirdest thing happen. Listen to this. Do you ever watch Silent Witness?
No.
Gang, do you ever watch Silent Witness with Amelia Fox, right? So she posted a picture of in the series, not in real life, but the character Amelia Fox plays, Dr. Nikki, is marrying her co-worker, the Irish, good-looking Irish guy, and they get married in the series, not in real life. So she posted a promo picture of her in a white dress coming down the steps, presumably a registry office or town hall or something, and I wrote, "Oh, to be a celebrant at your wedding." Da, 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 da. And I wrote a funny little thing to Amelia Fox. I've never met Amelia Fox. I just did it to amuse myself. She sent back the loveliest message saying, that would have been so perfect. What a wonderful job. Spread it. She just wrote the loveliest thing. It was incredible. I'll find it for you.
You do that. You know what, Kimmy? I agree with most things you say, Kimmy, but we do disagree on this. I think Death in Paradise is fantastic.
Oh,
and
the lizard.
The lizard has a name. The lizard has been there since season 1.
Yes. He's got his own ex. Harry.
Yeah.
Harry the lizard.
Yeah.
So I wrote to Harry and I said, as your agent, manager, PR, and stylist, head of styling, because they know it's just funny. It's just funny. It's sweet. Let's see if I can find her message. Elizabeth Bourgoin, Colin, Amelia Fox. Here we go. Because I said how much I liked last week's episode, which was set on the plane. God, it was frightening. Amelia Fox, so glad you liked the Vanishing Point episode, and thank you for your lovely message. And yes, please, wedding celebrant definitely needed for next week. What a joyous thing to do. Life, love, learning. See, I'm not making it up. Oh, hang on, there's Elizabeth.
We believe you, Russ. Your little black book is very, very
there's Elizabeth Bourgoin.
impressive. Someone's saying it's Larry the Lizard. He definitely has a
name.
No,
it's Harry.
Season 1. He's a real character.
Harry. What it is the new detective, who I think is really good, by the way. I think he's great. What's his name? Gillet. Is it? I'll
yes,
think of it in a second.
Gillet. Dom Gillet.
Yeah. He called him Larry. And one of the other policemen said, no, his name's Harry. And she said, well, I've called him Larry. Well, that's not his name. His name's Harry. Bourgoin. What's this? I've just downloaded the audiobook. Ted the Lovely Dog from Gone Fishing. I don't know. You've lost me now. Oh, okay. Okay, I don't know that. Could you read this, please, Longie?
2 songs that I can no longer listen to as they are played at the funerals of both of my parents.
Oh,
I'll
dear.
Be Home by Pat Boone is my mum and dad's song. It was the first song they danced to when they met. Oh. And the hymn, The Old Rugged Cross, was a favourite of theirs too. If I hear either song now, I'm reduced to tears. Yeah, songs
I bet. Very music is very triggering. Oh, Graham, for God's sake, will you stop?
Oh, would you give it a rest,
Will
Graham?
you stop?
Did you say we had a guest today, by the way?
Well, here's the thing. Thank you for bringing it up and making me look really stupid.
Oh, sorry.
We did. No. You're absolutely right. I'll tell you exactly what happened. I have a lot of PR people, and they write, "Oh, we've got this one and that one." I go, "Well, no, that's nonsense." Yeah, all right, we'll take this. If I think that the people who like the midday show will like the guest or find it interesting, I mean, but find it interesting. If it's just somebody blowing their own trumpet, what's the bloody point of that? You can get that anywhere, right? Get that on any TV show, like the One Show, whatever. So it was a guest. I looked through the options, and there was a thing about tinnitus. You know, the ear problem. And I thought, well, that's interesting because a lot of people do suffer from tinnitus. So I wrote back to the PR guy who I know very well. I said, yep, smashing. We'll have this guest. That would be lovely. Sent the link. Thank you so much. I said, pleasure. You know, I mean, I know this guy well. We chit chat and everything like that. And then I get a message. So they've put themselves forward. We accept, and now they're not available. What's the point? What's the point? What's the point of saying we want to talk about this in the media, and then you say that's a really interesting subject. Thank you. Please be our guest with myself and Neil, and then they're not available. Bloody stupid, isn't it? Stupid. There we are. Or maybe they're busy. Who knows? Maybe they couldn't hear us. Too soon?
Yeah.
Too soon? Ted's done an autobiography. Ted is Kimmy, help me out here. Ted's what? The dog in Gone Fishing. Is that who Ted is? I've no idea. I'm really lost. Rounding here. I've seen it once, but it didn't really do it for me, I'll be honest. We talk about it a lot on the Friday show because Chantal loves that show. It's Gone Fishing, Bob Mortimer and Paul Whitehouse. And I saw one episode. It was nice. It just didn't really float my boat too much.
Paul Whitehouse was fantastic in the musical version of Only Fools and Horses.
He is brilliant. He is so talented.
I know. He did.
Unbelievable.
He played Grandad and Uncle Albert. It was brilliant.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I really should have seen. I'm an idiot. I should have seen that because Les Dennis was in that. And he said,
I saw him. Vinnie Jones was in it.
Who?
Vinnie Jones.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Did he smash everyone's face in?
Actually, yes. He beat up Dell.
Who was Vinnie Jones playing?
The Driscoll.
Who's Driscoll? You've lost. I don't remember that.
Dodgy moneylender.
Oh, really? Oh, dear God. Oh. No, I don't remember that character. All right, Marlene.
Yeah, Boise was good. They were all good in it. They were
I love Boise. Oh God, I love Boise.
But I loved Vinnie Jones in Guy Ritchie's new. It's on Netflix, The Gentleman, and he plays a much calmer character there, and a much more gentle man. Jeff, the groundsman. Really, really good. Really good. Yeah, I really quite like Vinnie Jones as a
charity event. It was a charity clay pigeon shooting, and I used to love clay pigeon shooting. I would never shoot anything that's alive. I know I'm a hypocrite because I eat loads of meat. Get over it. I know it.
No, I wouldn't. I know what you mean.
I've got no excuse, but I don't want to go out with a shotgun and shoot it. All right? Okay, I just don't.
No, I don't.
And so we're doing clay pigeon shooting, and one of the guests is Vinnie Jones, and I had to give out the prizes. It was a very long time ago. And I said, ladies and gentlemen, there's many, many scary things in life. But one of the most scary is probably facing Vinnie Jones when he's got a double-barrel shotgun in his hand. He was perfectly nice. I mean, obviously, of course he would. He's just there to do. I used to love clay pigeon shooting. And I'll tell you why I like it. I like it. Yeah, that was the only time I've been on the pool and actually succeeded.
Oh, you beat me to it.
Thank you. I'm here all week. Try the chicken. One, it gets you outside in places you don't normally get to see, and it's nice to breathe some fresh air. And two, there's no ifs and buts about clay pigeon shooting. You either hit it or you miss it. It's not like, oh, I would have hit it if. Yeah, there's none of that nonsense. It's very black and white. You either hit the clay or you miss the clay. That's it. And that's what I loved about it.
What was your hit
absolute
rate like?
simplicity. Pretty, oddly enough, pretty good, which amazed me. Pretty good. But you know what? This comes right back to the very heart of who you are, Neil, right? And you talk about, no, I'm being absolutely deadly serious. You know, you talk about NLP and you talk about being in the flow. It's a phrase I've learned from you, not familiar.
Flow state, yeah.
Flow state. When you're clay pigeon shooting, and it's really a metaphor for everything in life, if you overthink it and you get too technical, you lock up and you'll miss. But when I got into the flow state, well, I didn't know it was called that, I wouldn't miss. When I just completely relaxed,
your performance soars.
Yeah,
It
went through the roof.
Soars. And it's almost like it's happening through you. You're doing it, but you're not doing it. It's like you're on a powerful river, but you're guiding the boat. You're guiding the boat, but the river is taking you.
Yeah.
And feedback is instant in the moment. So if you just like, of course, instant correction, and it all happens very, very naturally. And the emotional corresponding state is ecstasy. It feels absolutely ecstatic. It's like having the universe at your fingertips, literally. I've been in it while I was DJing. It was incredible, absolutely incredible.
And you know,
once you've done it, really research,
yeah.
Really research now. If you're interested in it, it's Stephen Kotler, I think his name is. I'll check it, and he's got some TED Talks and YouTube videos about it. Let me just check. I think it's Stephen.
And
he did a load of pioneering research in it. Yeah, Stephen Kotler.
All right. While he's looking at that, it was the weirdest thing. And there was another time I had a very good friend called Stuart Rose, not the guy who ran Marks and Spencer's, another Stuart Rose, who was my art director and I was his copywriter. And we'd go out clay pigeon shooting. And it was getting dusk. Okay. And we just a little bunch of friends, myself, and one of them sadly passed now, Simon. And the light was really fading pretty damn fast. I never missed. To this day, I can't explain it. But I experienced at that moment what Neil has talked about many times.
And that's the thing. It's very hard to put into words.
Yeah.
It's something you feel. It's something you sense. And it can be, it's really worth watching the research. Do you want the history of it? It's quite interesting.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
They used to think that it was when the belief systems were different, if you like. They used to think it was a divine blessing that, you know, the man in the sky is giving you a zap of some sort of magical energy.
Feels like it.
Because it does. Now here's the thing. It's kind of full circle, in my opinion. So get ready for a sort of spiritual-ish, but not religious perspective. Then science came along and went, nah, this isn't some invisible man in the sky. There is a science to this. It's replicable. It's creatable. It's replicable. So they started studying it. And one of the components of flow state is you have to be present. You have to be mindful. You have to be there in the moment now. There's no past, no future. So see if you can think of a sport, Russ, where they could study it, where people have to be in the moment or the consequences could be catastrophic. What do you think?
Golf.
No.
Very important.
No, catastrophic. I don't mean miss a hole.
Would be catastrophic. Formula One would be catastrophic if it went wrong.
Could be, but no. Rock climbing, extreme sports.
Oh, God.
Or should I say sheer face. So when you're climbing, Graham Pack bowls.
Graham, you are a twerp. And I shall say so if I run into you again.
So if you're climbing a sheer ice face.
Oh, God, don't.
At 300 feet with no safety harness.
You're an idiot.
You kind of need to be in that moment. And the term they used for it was the voice, which you could call your intuition. And it's saying this step, now that step, now that step. It's not saying do it all at once. It's not saying here's your formula, which will get you to the end. It's in the moment now, next step. 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 And it was studied through things like that. People have come from very different backgrounds, some very difficult backgrounds, but when they were doing their extreme sports, you know, flipping upside down on snowboards 200 feet in the air, their performance soared. So they started studying it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of almost being at one with the universe, if you like. So
I get that.
It's spiritual, but not religious. And when you're in flow state, it's like you've got everything you need in that moment, which leads to the next moment when you've got everything you need. Therefore, and they've tested it, that chatter in your mind, that mind chatter, goes, and you're completely, and the mind is kind of relaxed but alert at the same time. It's a meditative state almost. You're very alert and you're very in the moment. You know, you could be bobsleighing and getting the feedback instantly, but also you're very relaxed. It's not like fight or flight, and it's almost like it happens through you. It's a paradox.
Weirdest.
It's you, but it isn't you. It is and it isn't. It's like you and the universe have plugged in, and there's been an upgrade. And as I say, the corresponding emotional state is ecstasy, because you get all the brain chemicals of bliss, like your dopamines and your serotonins and your anandamides, all at the same time. And interestingly, from a DJ point of view, 128 beats per minute is the optimal state for flow state. And I might be able to demonstrate quickly what 128 BPM sounds like.
Please
if you give me
do,
a second.
Mr. DJ. Hey, Mr. DJ, put that record on.
Might be able to do it. Let's have a look.
How'd you do that? You got a metronome? Hang on, I can get a metronome on this.
No, but I do have.
I've got a metronome, probably. I'll find a metronome. Chat amongst yourselves, everybody. Don't do this on Radio 4, do they?
I was going to convert some sound. Hold on.
No, hang on. I get it. I'll get it. Isn't this good? This is live, right? You read out Paul's thing.
I can't. I'm looking at someone else at the moment.
Oh, for God's sake, you're just being awkward now.
I'm doing my own production.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that. How do you spell metronome? Metronome, is it? Metronome. Yeah, I got it. Metronome beats. Okay, got it. All right, let's try this one. Just installing a metronome. That's what I do when I sit at home. I don't want to be alone. Oh, shut up. Right, here we go. What is it? 128, did you say? I agree. Yes,
128.
Right. Oh, for God's sake, consent. Right, 128. Right, hang on. Here we go. Right, I got it. 128. How does it sound? I don't understand. It goes right. Okay. Is that right? I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's it. That's 128. And if you're listening to music with that dance beat, you will. I can't convert that file. Sorry. You will get all your. That's where you see the people at the raves and they're in, ecstasy.
They're drugged off their faces, probably as well.
Well, there might be that as well.
I'm doing the whole show with this now. I'm not going to stop.
And all the big DJs, if you look at any of their songs, Calvin Harris, David Guetta, Martin Solveig, all the big DJs, when they make their songs, Avicii, they're all 128s, because they know. I think you're looking a bit silly, actually, Russell.
I'm looking bloody ridiculous. Of course I am. Shut up.
I'm going to see if I can convert this file because it's good.
I'm exhausted now. I wish I hadn't done
I'll
that.
give you a little demo of it.
You could hear it. Oh, zut alors. Is that
Hang on one moment. I'll make you a tiny file. Keep talking. I can demonstrate in a minute.
Is that a gnome? The light's traveling around on the Paris metro. No. All right, hang on. What do we got? Now, this is from Paul Clarish, who says, my good friend Gwen has recently taken up clay pigeon shooting as a hobby, but she's having difficulty getting a firearms license. Why, you may ask? Well, she's a barrister, a respectful, responsible job. Yes, the problem is she often finds herself defending geezers who use shotguns to withdraw money from banks.
That's not strictly legal, I understand.
What is it? No, I think, well, it's a grey area of the law.
I mean, surely a bank card would do better.
If you haven't,
am I missing something?
Card, look, no, you've lost your bank card or you've left it at home. You think, oh, come all this way. Wait a minute, I've got a sawn-off shotgun in the back of the car. That's a good enough
I'll use that
identity.
instead.
Well, that's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. What is Liz Saul? Faithless? Is that a tune? Don't listen to music. There you go. I've said it. Don't listen to it.
I'm going to make this little demonstration. Keep talking.
Oh. Just Phil, love. Just Phil. Be all right with you.
I'm being creative as we speak.
Unbelievable. Yeah. You may have noticed, of course, that I hate dancing. The other thing is I don't dance. I hate dancing. It's nothing worse than going to a function.
Why is it when my daughter dances, she looks elegant and beautiful and graceful, and when I dance, I look like the worst kind of dad dancer ever?
Well, I can't. I look like an idiot. My dancing stopped when I was, I think, about 10, maybe 9. Are you serious? Oh my God. Listen to this. Leslie Ian Jones. Back in the 80s, I was a registered firearms holder. They allowed me to have a Smith & Wesson 357 Magnum. But I don't think I was respectable. You had a 357 Magnum. The most powerful handgun in the world. You got to ask yourself one question. Am I feeling lucky? Well,
the closest I get to a Magnum nowadays is when the ice cream van comes down the road.
It was a wonderful story. Somebody told me. They said, I was so poor that when the ice cream van came and they made a little sound with the bells, my dad used to say to me, oh, that's the signal that they've run out of ice cream. Dirty Ian. Ian Jones, fourth. You had a 350. What the hell were you doing with a 357 Magnum? Oh, Liz, no, too late. We've done that gag now. I'll put it up anyway because I like the sense of completion. Was it a mint Magnum? Don't like mint. But Leslie Ian Jones, what were you doing with a 357 Smith & Wesson Magnum? What were you? Why? The hell of a gun. If I was going to have a handgun, that's what I'd have. If I went to America, I'd have a handgun straight away. Wouldn't hesitate. Would not hesitate. Definitely.
It's so bizarre in America because you can go into one of the shops and, they have it above the aisles, home cooking, baked beans. And there was one sign and it was something like tin products, Bibles, guns.
Guns and toilet paper. And it's all, I know. It's just like...
I do not. Much as I love our American friends, I do not get that at all. There's a serious problem. Take the matches away from the children, for God's sake.
It's too late. It's never going to happen. You can't. I agree. But as the floodgates were opened so long ago, as it is rather perversely enshrined in their constitution, the right to bear arms, which doesn't mean a short sleeve shirt. Graham, pack before you do that joke. It's too late. You can't do that because all that happened, even if you said, right, all guns are illegal, you're going to hand them into the police station and there'll be a moratorium on it. It's not a problem. So all the law-abiding citizens will go, okay, yeah. And every criminal will stay armed. So then you've got a completely tilted landscape where every criminal will be armed to the teeth and all the decent people would, have a teaspoon to argue. It's just not going to happen. Right. What have you done? Come on. You've done something clever.
Well, we're talking about 128 beats per minute in dance music, and this is 128. Sorry, one-man song to start with. I'm a fan This is 128. That's 128.
Did you
And
put that together? What was the deal with that? Is that something that you knew was 128, or you put it to? I don't understand how these things work.
I made a mix because I learned about this 128 when I was reading books on flow and all that sort of thing. There's a brilliant chapter in a book called and don't be put off by the title. It's called what's it called? Something like Recover. I'll look it up. Hold on a minute.
AA Recovery Service, it's called. Like a
No.
lot, my kind of dancing music.
I've got it. It's called Recapture the Rapture, rethinking God, sex, and death in an age. And it sounds like the book I would run a mile from, but it is brilliant. It talks about flow states. No, it's none of that. It puts a very common sense science on all
Give
these.
me the title again.
Recapture the Rapture, rethinking God, sex, and death in an age of gone crazy.
Right.
But it's really interesting because it talks about people's beliefs around the world and problems with and the results they're causing, and then puts a very interesting and understandable scientific stance on these subjects, which I thought was brilliant. And that's where I learned about the 128, because science has caught up. He talks about using breath work to get into flow states, getting high on your own brain chemistry completely legally. It's a brilliant book. It's absolutely brilliant. I really, really recommend it. And don't be put off by the title, because normally I would run a mile from a book that anything talks about rapture or
Jamie
anything like
Dunn,
that. I would run a mile from that. But it's
Jamie Dunn
fantastic.
says, can't beat a bit of Armand van Helden. Wasn't he the fellow who took on Dracula?
No, that's Van Helsing, you
Oh,
idiot.
that's Van Helsing. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, you're right. No, you're right. I don't. I got a bit Bram Stokered up there for a minute, with a bit of the Bram Stoker. Okay, I can't dance. I have no desire to dance. I just can't dance. I saw the weirdest thing. I was on the tube yesterday. I went to meet my mate Colin. Colin Vane's the film producer. I went up in town to have a coffee with him and a smoke. And just the two of us. The place was deserted. It's fantastic. Anyway, as I'm coming up the escalators at Bond Street Tube, they have the adverts now. They're all screens, and the screens change. It's very clever. It's not static. You guys are probably too posh. I used to tube most days. So they've got in some of the stations now, instead of posters, it's all screens, and they change and move, and it looks great. It's great. So they have various celebrities, some of whom I've heard of, some I've never heard of. And the title of the show, and one of the celebrities was Shirley Ballas. So obviously I wrote to her immediately. It's called, you ready?
Yeah.
Celebrity Bear Hunt.
Right.
Which immediately, I wrote to her, I said, what in the name of Alan Partridge monkey tennis is this? Do I need to be the lookout for grizzlies in Soho? Celebrity Bear Hunt. What the
Okay.
hell?
Tell me more.
I don't know anymore. That's all I know from the posters, because they're all like, let's see if I can do it. They're sideways. So all the celebs are like that, right? Including Shirley Ballas.
So what?
And,
so they go out hunting bears. I mean,
I don't know. What are they doing? Well, hunting bears. Can you think about you remember like the Alan Partridge thing, knowing me, knowing you, and when he was on his uppers after the show ended, he kept pitching these absolute terrible bullshit ideas, which started with monkey tennis, and he did all these things with such horrible determination and not seeing they were, like idea for television program, all these terrible things. And it strikes me that there was a band called Pop Will Eat Itself, and I think television will eat itself. And the more stupid and ludicrous the idea, you go, that's a good idea. That's a belter. Celebrity Bear Hunt. It's just like... completely. It's just how mad you have to be to one could own Jamie Dunn One could only wish, apart from Shirley Ballas, because I've never met her. I think she's cool. The bears are hunting the celebs. One can only hope that. And Mr. Claridge says, could it be a show in which celebrities are dropped into the wilderness, hunted by ravenous bears? I'd watch that. Oh my God, please drop Keith Lemon there immediately.
Yeah, so who's hunting who exactly?
Well, you know as much as I do now. All I know is I was caught by the catchy title, Celebrity Bear Hunt. I don't think we've had bears in the United Kingdom since the time of Henry VIII, possibly earlier. Right? Oh, good one, Graham Pack. Absolutely spot on. That is his best gag today. Photographers at the Grammys went on a bear.
You can have that one.
That I'll give you that. That is major props on that gag.
Would you like one more funny song to finish?
Yes, of course. Let's have another.
Well, give me a subject.
Well, everybody vote. Come on, everybody. You can choose. I always like to think it's your show. You know, we're just the conduits here. We are just the wires, the pipe works. No bears, plenty of... You're not wrong. Oh, God. Seen clips. It's awful. Barely any good, says Kimmy Lashmal. Oh, come on, Kimmy. You're on fire today. Right, what would you like Neil Long to play a song about? You can choose. I don't care. Go on. Pick any subject you like.
I've got...
give people a bear bum. Oh, she's so French, isn't she?
Bear bum. What's the
French.
closest I've got to that?
It'd be something rude. Honestly, Francois. I am appalled. Oh, the Weatherspoons song. Paul Claridge is saying Neil Witherspoon's song.
All right.
Graham Pack is talking about incontinence. Bit personal. And Liz Better Call Saul says Trump. I like something about Weatherspoons. You got it. You've got a Weatherspoons song, haven't you?
You can have the spoons one. Give me a second. I'll just get it prepared for you.
Ben. You've got the funniest audience in the world, the wittiest.
Do you know?
Do
you know there was
Beethoven's Fifth? I don't think
Adam Kay. You know Adam Kay from This Is Gonna Hurt. I mean, he had a very funny parody song show with his partner Suman Biswas. They were junior doctors, and they used to have this comedy routine under the name of Amateur Transplants. And it's on YouTube, and he did one bear. It was done to, we could play this for Kanye West Girlfriend. And it was done to bare necessities, and it was those bear celebrities. I snapped those bear celebrities.
That's very clever. No, he cannot play the Henry song because we'll get taken off. If you go and see Neil live, he can do what he likes. But I don't think even we can play the Henry song. Hilarious. Oh, that's good. Something in the bear tonight. We could keep this going for hours. Right, what are we going to have? Weatherspoons.
Yeah, I'm just preparing it for you. Bear with.
Bear with now. How many other shows would you get where one of the presenters goes away and puts together on the fly, on the hoof, a song which he just did with the 128 beats per minute? Amazing, really. Even I'm impressed.
I do my best.
No, I'm impressed. It's very, very good. I hope you've enjoyed today's show. We haven't had any particular subject, but what the heck? Doesn't really matter. Just having a chin wag. All right, here we go. We're ready. It'll be rude.
Fun, by the way, so don't complain. Don't sue us.
$5 for a curry. You get a lager too. If you're methadone dependent, then this is the pub for you. For tonight it is steak night. You're gonna be overjoyed. It's the cheapest pub in history, and you can dine with the unemployed. It's Weatherspoons. Hallelujah, it's Weatherspoons. And we'll see you soon. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna get myself dressed with a walking stick and a filthy vest. It's Weatherspoons. Hallelujah, it's Weatherspoons. And we'll see you soon. If you're on the skids, on Benefit Street. It's the cheapest place to smoke and eat. Outside for a roll-up, back inside for another drink. Put a pound in the fruity, have a chat with the missing link. Pensioners in the corner, they come once a week, and the chaps all come for breakfast. They've got more kids than teeth. It's Wetherspoons, hallelujah, it's Wetherspoons. And we'll see you soon. I'm gonna go there. I'm a chap commuter, rocking up on a mobility scooter. I go there for dinner, a drink and a snack. There's a lady on a bar stool with her kids' names on her back. Walking through the doorway, you can smell the fags. There's a pair of Croydon lovelies with hoops and ankle tags. It's Wetherspoons, hallelujah, it's Wetherspoons. Pistol afternoon, you can watch Sky Sports in a haze all day. A betting shop's not far away. It's Wetherspoons.
Bravo.
Thank you very much.
Bravo. And as Jamie Dunn says, the UK, ladies and gents, yeah, you're not wrong. Graham, you were supposed to let that go. Don't you have a song about tinnitus? No. Neither did we have a guest about it. Leslie Ian Jones says this. Breaking news. Does this mean I can't go into Surbiton Witherspoons anymore? I have no idea.
Of course you can. I drink in Wetherspoons. It's just a bit of fun, that's all.
It's
Don't you dare, Brian.
Can you imagine?
Don't
This is
you
good. This is good. Hang on, here we are. I'm tempted to go into the Spoons and play that out loud just to see the
Don't you
reaction
dare.
there.
Don't
And
you
please
dare.
send us the branch of the A&E that you will be in, Brian, so we can send flowers. Oh, we can't send flowers anymore. We'll send some grapes. Well, I think that's about it. I think we should end on a high. Leave everybody wanting more.
We'll finish on a high note. Hallelujah.
Yeah. Right. Longie, you've been on fire. You're back on Wednesday with guests or not. I did not yet know.
I am. If the tinnitus people would like to be on Wednesday, I don't have a guest at the moment, so they're very happy to come back then.
Well, I'll go back to the PR team and say, look, never mind, you owe us. Okay. He'll be back. I'll be back on Friday.
You can ring them up and wind down the phone. Enough.
It's not funny if you get it. What's that? He says, I have played that
You
out
haven't.
loud to the start. He has. I bet he has.
Oh my God. What was the reaction, Paul? Because I've actually known people that have worked at Spoons and think it's very funny. Most people do.
It is. It's funny. I mean, it's not being rude. Well, it is kind of rude, but that's the fun.
Yeah,
It's a
it
very
is.
British sense of humour. Right. Okay, everybody, take care. Longie will be back on Wednesday. I'll see you Friday. Until then, try and stay out of trouble. No hurty words. Bye, everyone.
Namaste. Bye-bye.